This picture represents the sweet taste of revenge as this lady fires at the man who arrested her 7-year-old daughter in the courtroom. The man died instantly and she was jailed without resistance. Now this is the story of Marriene Bachmeier. Marriene Bachmeier was born in the mid-90s in a small town in Germany to over-religious parents. Her father was said to be a staunch alcoholic who would spend most of his time in the beer parlor, they called it the pub, and come home very aggressive and make the home very uncomfortable for her and her mom to stay in. This got to a point where her mom couldn't take it anymore, and her mom eventually divorced the man and remarried later. Marriene as an adolescent couldn't cope with her new reality, living in a new home where she had new rules, a new stepdad, and just a new life. She was always getting into rifts with her stepdad who was said to be a dictator, to the point where her mom had to kick her out of the house. In 1966, at the age of 16, Marriene had her first child. She couldn't take care of the child, so she gave the child up for adoption. 2 years later, at the age of 18, she had her second child with her boyfriend at the time. Still couldn't take care of this child and gave the child up for adoption. Marriene was having a very hard life in Germany, struggling to make ends meet and just working from pub to pub, which is actually like a beer parlor. Eventually, she was working in a pub and started dating the manager of that pub. And at the age of 22, she had her third child. And unlike the other two children of before, she decided to keep this child, a daughter named Anna Bachmeier. So Marriene would work in the pub up until late in the night and sleep for the most part of the day. So she was working late into the night and sleeping most of the time during the day, leaving her child to grow by herself. So Anna at a young age was living by herself and experiencing life on her own terms while her mom slept for the most part of the day. And during this time, Anna met different people and was popularly said to be a little adult as she could make her own decision at a very young age. One of the people she met was a 35-year-old butcher called Klaus Grabowski. Occasionally, she would go to his house to play with his cats. On this fateful day in May of 1980, Anna had a little argument with her mom and decided to go to Mr. Klaus Grabowski's house to play with his cats, just to while away time and just cool off. Unknown to Anna, Klaus Grabowski was a registered essay offender who had previously served sentences for essaying 2 girls from years before. So as she was in his house playing with his cats, this dangerous man took her and he essayed this 7-year-old girl. After essaying her, he took his fiance's tights and he choked her until she was not breathing. Then he put her in a box and he dropped her on the shores of a canal nearby. Eventually, this evil man was caught by the police and Klaus Grabowski was locked up in jail. In 1981, on the 3rd day of the trial, Marriene snuck in a Beretta 70, a loaded gun which she had smuggled into the courtroom. In the open courtroom, she took the gun, aimed at Klaus Grabowski and fired at him, giving him 6 shots to his back. Klaus Grabowski died instantly. Marriene was jailed immediately without resistance, and the news about the case spread all through Germany. Many people were on her side, while some weren't. Some wanted the law to have taken its course, while some others said that Klaus Grabowski deserved the justice he got. Eventually, Marriene was charged for manslaughter and possession of an unauthorized weapon. She was given 6 years in prison, of which she spent just 3 years. In 1985, she married a teacher and they moved to Lagos, Nigeria, where she taught in a German school, and later traveled with her husband to Sicily. In Sicily, she got divorced with her husband and discovered that she had pancreatic cancer. Eventually, in 1996, Marriene died of pancreatic cancer and was buried next to her daughter, Anna Bachmeier. Now this is the story of Marriene Bachmeier.